Hey everyone, this is Melissa Brown, the Soul Love Coach, and I wanted to make this informative video just for you, even though I'm going to put this in an email, but I know everyone doesn't read every single detail, so I thought it would be easy for me to send you some details on our wonderful Costa Rica experience that you really need to know. First off, I'm getting ready to send out specific invoices because I've had so many different people. Some people have paid already. They wanted to kind of take care of their balances early. Some people have paid a little extra. And so even though I put together a payment plan between now and the end of August, all the numbers look very different. So I will send you an actual invoice so that you're aware of what you owe. And so as you make your payments next week at the end of July, you can kind of pace yourself because I'm still asking for all the monies to be paid by the end of August. So the next thing is how to fly, when to fly, because you will be booking your own flight. That's at your expense. I'm taking care of your accommodations, the room for the 5 days, 4 nights. And everyone is flying from different places. I am so excited. Literally, I know God is going to do something magnificent. We have at least one person who's flying from the West Coast. And we have, of course, the DC crew that are flying from the Baltimore, Washington area. And we have people in between. And so they're all different kinds of price points, but I have been paying attention to the ticket prices. From what I have seen, and this is just from Travelocity, the average cost of a ticket to fly, more so from the East Coast, from Atlanta, Texas, tends to be in about the $350 to $380 range. West Coast, it seemed to be a little bit more expensive depending on if you're going to fly out of San Francisco or Oakland. Indiana, I'm not sure which airport you're flying out of. So you guys want to just really pay attention to that. But the main thing that I want you to be aware of as we prepare to fly is that you arrive early. You will be flying into SJO. I think it's Santa Maria Airport International, but it's in the capital city in Costa Rica. That's where we are flying into. However, that is not where the resort is. So I'm going to need everyone to try to get there on an early flight. Most of the flights from my just looking around tend to get everyone there between like 11:30 and 1 seems to be the range if you are leaving like on a 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. flight from the East Coast, from Texas. I'm not sure about Midwest. And Atlanta, you can get there. The best airlines to fly to kind of stay in that time frame, not necessarily my favorite brands, but you can do JetBlue and you can do Spirit. If you have never flown Spirit, recognize there are a whole lot of additional little things like you're paying for your luggage, whether you carry it on or not. You have to, I think pay for your seat. So just be mindful of certain airlines and their little extras that you may have to pay for. But if you can get there in that time frame, I am taking care of our airport transfer. So as we get closer to the date, I will be sending out information around, okay, what's the bus that we need to take? What's the bus that you'll be getting on? Because the actual resort is in the mountain region of Costa Rica. We're going north. And so it's going to be at least a couple hours away. So I want you to be aware of that. So you may want to bring some snacks. And of course, I'm going to let you guys know this again as we get closer to our actual travel date. But I'm just letting you know you're not going to just hop off the plane and be right at the resort. There's kind of a major transfer in between. The other thing, as you are leaving, because of that transfer in between, do not book your departure flight at 6 a.m. because it may be an issue for how are you going to get from the resort all the way down. They do have regular shuttles that take tourists to the airport. However, I'm almost pretty certain I'm going to look at the schedule, and they have them several times a day, but I really don't want anyone traveling during dark time. So dark 30 in the morning or dark 30 at night. I would prefer that we are all traveling in the light of day. And so please do not book your flight 6 a.m., 8 a.m., something that we'd have to be leaving almost in the middle of the night. And most of the flights that I looked at, like I said, Atlanta, I'm going to be flying from Houston, West Coast, East Coast. You are able to get on a flight that leaves, usually it seems like a lot of them are leaving like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it is totally doable. So we could easily get on an 8 o'clock shuttle and you're back down in the capital city doing your thing with plenty of time to check into your flight. Someone asked about shots. Do I need shots to go to Costa Rica? Nothing other than your basic immunizations. Now, the answer might be different if we were going to the bush somewhere and actually living on the land, but we are at a reputable resort. So we are not drinking tap water. We are, going to be in all the comforts that you're used to, as in the U.S. So the only thing I would say, of course, because Zika virus is in so many different places, just making sure you bring your insect repellent, because of course we're going to be out and about in some of the touristy areas in the natural habitat of Costa Rica, which is gorgeous. It's beautiful, but there's all kind of other habitat that is there as well. And so I am not concerned. I am not even meditating or focusing on that, but just bring your regular insect repellent precautions. Let me just check my notepad. Money. They do accept US dollars. So, and again, as we get closer, we can talk more about this. I'm actually probably going to schedule us a conference call just so I can answer your questions live and we can all be connected. And I will be sending out information around how to spiritually and emotionally prepare for this mountaintop experience. So, but they do accept US dollars. The exchange rate at hotels in Costa Rica, from what I have read, it sounds like they are fair and they're pretty balanced. So whether or not you want to bring US cash and then exchange it when you get there, that's generally what's recommended, as opposed to doing the exchange currency stateside and then coming over. You may get a better rate there. And I think that is about it. If you have any other questions, like I said, one more thing. I can't believe I almost forgot this. My photographer, which so many people have commented and just sent me so many positive messages about my branding, about my pictures that I post, the ones of me, and he offered, if I was open to that, to actually be a part of my next location retreat. And I didn't know it would be Costa Rica at the time. And I actually presented that to him, and he is open and available to coming. And so I wanted to ask you, and this will also be an email, because we talked about, I want to capture this event. This is going to be such a beautiful, powerful, high spiritual, life-changing retreat. There is no way I want to trust myself and my cell phone to it, because my focus is not going to be on taking pictures. So how awesome to actually have a professional there to kind of capture the beauty of the moment. And so if any of you are interested in perhaps getting some headshots done or pictures in that natural, beautiful habitat, let me know, because I'm still kind of assessing that. And he is very reasonable in terms of price wise. And he hasn't given me an exact price yet, because we've been kind of going back and forth around, would it be a package? Would it just be one or two shots? Would it be a memorabilia book? what exactly would we want to offer for attendees for the retreat. And so if you are a business owner, or if you just want, I know a few of you are celebrating birthdays and they are landmark birthdays in Costa Rica, and you want pictures in front of the waterfall, you want pictures wherever. I mean, there is no bad place to take a picture in Costa Rica. The range I'm thinking, because when I got my initial headshots, he's done a few shoots for me. I only paid like $150. I know. So, and he was actually very reasonable for the more location photo shoot that I did most recently, where I got tons of shots in various locations. So I wanted to present that to you all if you're interested. Like I said, we're still working out the details, but let me know if that's something that would interest you, that you would want to do. And then that way we can kind of plan accordingly. So that is all for now. I know that's a lot of information, but that's why I put it on video, and I will put it in email. I will be sending you your specific invoice. Let me know if you have any questions. I am so excited about this high experience, this elevated experience that we're going to have. And I just pray that you would just set your heart, set your intention for greatness, because I know that's what's coming. So God bless you. Have an awesome Friday, an awesome weekend, and I will talk to you all soon.